A lot of new games have been announced and teased since E3 of this year. However, some games were easy to predict that they would be shown sooner or later in the year, such as Call of Duty, an EA first-person shooter game, in this case Battlefront, and an Assassin's Creed game. There are other games that are coming out that I feel should be giving a proper spotlight and should definitely go into your must-buy list. Save up all your coins and all your hundreds, cause I'm about to drop the hottest 5 upcoming games of 2015 and 2016. Number 5. Kingdom Come: Deliverance. This is a first-person role-playing game that takes place during accurate medieval times. You will play as a blacksmith whom loses everything to war, and like any cliche plot of a lost family member, you try to fulfill your father's dying wish. However, you begin getting caught up with a conspiracy and must become a knight, rogue, or a bard, or pretty much anything you want in order to achieve your goal. Remember, this is a role-playing game, so you have the freedom to do whatever you want. What makes this game different from other medieval RPGs is that there is no fantasy behind this. So basically, no dragons, nor wizards and their sorcery, magic-y stuff, nor anything like that. It's all historically correct. The combat system is something very unique, and it requires skill to actually master it. Alchemy, lockpicking, blacksmithing, horse riding, and other medieval times activities all have a unique system that will keep you interested and constantly practicing to truly master that art. Oh, did I forget to mention that there will be full-scale wars? An alpha version of the game is available after helping fund this project, and you will have access to all the features available so far in this early access. This game will be available on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on 2016. Number 4. Uncharted 4. This game will be available only on PS4, sadly. Fanboys are cheering for this since they only care for their console of choice, but I, however, wish this game to be available for everyone so they can see what a masterpiece the Uncharted series has truly been. Naughty Dog has been in charge of creating extraordinary games such as the Crash Bandicoot series, Jak and Daxter series, Uncharted series, and The Last of Us. Uncharted has always had a deep storyline that would make you believe that it all kind of makes sense and could happen. Uncharted 4's story takes place 3 years after Uncharted 3, when the main protagonist, Nathan Drake, supposedly a descendant of the famous privateer Sir Francis Drake, goes under retirement from treasure hunting, since it almost cost him his life multiple times. What a pansy. However, things change when his brother Sam seeks his help to save his life and offers an adventure of a lifetime: hunting Captain Henry Avery's lost treasure. The game is set to release on March 18th, 2016, only on PS4. And now, we move to the next game. Number 3. Final Fantasy XV. I mean 15. Final Fantasy 15. My bad. Final Fantasy has always had a way of throwing a random story in your face that manages to get you to truly understand it and love it. As the years progressed, the Final Fantasy series has upgraded their graphics tenfold, and phenomenal does not begin to describe it. Beautiful music, gorgeous scenery, and majestic creatures all help create a love for the game and keeps you intrigued until you finish the game. The combat system was always a turn-based system, kind of like Pokemon. Now in Final Fantasy 15, they have a whole new system. Now you can just run up to a baddie and start swinging. If the combat kept you away from Final Fantasy before, now it is no excuse. The story deals with the kingdom of Lucis, I think I said that right, signing an armistice which will end a long ongoing conflict with Niflheim. I do not know if I said that right at all, but it sounds cool nonetheless. To make a long story short, royalty stuff happens that deal with the heir and his future bride. The peace treaty is a ruse, and soon the Imperial army takes over, and now the prince finds out that his betrothed and father are presumed dead. Now he and his loyal companions must face the trials to come. I am sure you're confused with this description, but trust me, it won't be that much better when reading the full description. If you still want to read the description of the story, the link to the main website and Square Enix's channel is in the description below. The release date for this game is set as just 2016 for now. With that said, let us move on. Number 2, Fallout 4. I'm sure many of you are not surprised that this would be on my list, but I am sure many of you would be surprised that it is only number 2. Fallout 4 is made from the creators of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Fallout 3. Little is known about the story other than the trailers and gameplay already shown. You escaped the nuclear blast that occurred by heading into Vault 111 with your spouse, you and your child. You can choose to be either the husband or wife. Either way, the next thing you see is death and destruction in your vault. Everyone is dead, and you decide naturally to leave the vault. You soon encounter a service droid, kind of like a robot butler basically, who actually was your service droid before the nuclear explosion happened. He is delighted to see you and soon tells you that you have been gone for over 200 years. Pretty insane stuff, ain't it? For the first time, the main protagonist will be fully voice acted for all the different things you decide to say. It is, after all, a role-playing game, so choices matter. And boy oh boy, are there choices. The release date of this game is November 10th, 2015. Not that far from now. Now, let's move on to the final game, shall we? Number 1, The Last Guardian. Team Ico, now a new studio named Gen Design, were responsible by the captivating and beautiful games Ico and Shadow of the Colossus on the PS2. This company faced many hardships, and in 2009 they announced their next game, The Last Guardian. Bad juju started happening, which caused them to have to postpone the game multiple times until ultimately they went quiet. Rumors started appearing about the game being cancelled, and after Team Ico's disbandment, these rumors started feeling quite true. Until 2015, when E3 arrived, The Last Guardian did not only emerge onto the spotlight, but also gameplay was shown as well. A completely new and unique take on any sort of genre, this game shows true potential with more beautiful scenery, higher quality graphics, enchanting music, and unique gameplay than the previous games ever had. A link to the full gameplay is in the description below. The story right now is shrouded in mystery, as were the previous games, until you play them and complete them anyway. All we know so far is that you play as a young boy that discovers a mysterious creature with which he begins forming an unbreakable bond with. The dynamic duo must rely on each other to journey through perilous trials and basically just a lot of cool stuff that takes place on high places that will leave you with a sickening sense of vertigo. So good luck if you are afraid of heights. The release date for now is 2016, however, many fear that it might be postponed once again. Fingers crossed, let us hope that this does not happen. Those were my top 5 upcoming games of 2015 and 2016. What games do you think should be on the list? Write a comment below if you wish to respond. If you like the content of this video and or appreciate it, please click the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with more game news and gameplay. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on my next video. See you when I see you.